at the bottom line to me is that I should be able to assess my own risk. I don't need little Napoleons telling me what to do. I actually don't have a problem. I may or may not agree with it, but I don't have a problem with a business requiring you to wear masks, just like you have to wear shirt and shoes. That is their prerogative. I have a decision to make whether I frequent their establishment or not. So I don't have an issue with businesses doing it. Now, they're forced to do it and be in compliance. That I got an issue with. I don't think these little Napoleons should be the one dictating our social norms, our freedoms, and our ability to assess our own risk. But that's just my opinion. All right, we got a few minutes left. I got to get into this story because this is an ongoing thing that I brought to your attention months ago. The threat of mail-in ballots, the all mail-in ballot, which is not the absentee system, although it could include it. It's the basic idea that every registered voter gets a ballot mailed to them, whether they request it or not, whether they're alive or not, and we all know the voter rolls are all mixed up. I don't have a problem with a voter requesting an absentee ballot, but just to blanket them, I think is ripe for fraud. And there's a guy who agrees with me, one Jerry Nadler. And this is a Fox News article. Jerry Nadler in 2004, paper ballots are extremely susceptible to fraud. Imagine that. If President Trump is seeking a high-ranking Democrat to side with him against mail-in election ballots in a bid to build bipartisanship opposition to the idea, I hate that word bipartisanship because it always means Republicans cave. I tell you that now. When you hear, it's a bipartisan agreement, guarantee you it means Republicans cave. Show me where I'm wrong. Show me one instance where Republicans were for something, Democrats were opposed to it, and the Democrats changed and went with the Republicans. It never happens. In a bill to bid bipartisanship opposition to the idea in Congress, talking about Jerry Nadler, the president, could contact U.S. Representative Jerry, I call him Clown Shoes Nadler. Check out that photo of him, man. I know it's fake news, but it's fun. Sometimes fake news is fun, and I call that fun fake news. At least I'm willing to tell you that I don't think that's Jerry Nadler's feet at all. I really don't. But I have poetic life. Although Nadler, as chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, helped lead the impeachment fight against Trump last year, a C-SPAN video clip from 2004 shows the New Yorker speaking out strongly against paper ballots during a Capitol Hill hearing. Now, you know he's not going to speak out against it now. Do you think he's changed his mind? Do you think he's evolved, as Obama said about gay marriage? You think Nadler has evolved? He's grown a bit, but I don't think he's actually evolved. It goes back to that double standard. There is no double standard. There's one standard for conservatives. Jerry Nadler, what standard? Let me just ask you this. What standard is Jerry Nadler held to? I'm waiting. Crickets. I'm telling you. He's not held to anything. At the hearing in which lawmakers examined, this is talking about this C-SPAN video, perceived voting problems in Ohio election, a member of the public spoke in support of paper ballots, later citing research by MIT that she said showed hand-counted paper ballots to be among the most reliable voting methods. Nadler didn't agree. He said paper ballots are extremely, this is Jerry Nadler, paper ballots are extremely susceptible to fraud. And at least with the old clunky voting machines that we have in New York, the deliberate fraud is way down compared to paper. He went on to say, when the machines break down, they vote on paper. They've had real problems, he added. He said that I could just show you tons and tons of examples. And there's recent examples of where ballot harvesting has been a problem. Nadler then pitched optical scan with paper as composed to solution. See, generally, absentee ballots are counted by hand. And as I say, I don't particularly have an issue with the absentee ballot in its current form. And every state has slightly different aspects of it. But the basics of absentee balloting, and this is where the liberals are trying to confuse you out there. They're trying to put out this idea that we've been having all mail-in voting for decades now. There's no problem. That is not true. The absentee ballot, you have to request it. Every state, I think, is similar in that. You have to request the ballot. There are some checks and balances. Could it be harvested? Certainly. But the all mail-in ballot is where they mail out, whether you request it or not, a ballot, and then you turn it back in, and you can have multiple people go around and collect these things. It's crazy, and if you can't see that it's not a recipe for fraud, then you either are disingenuous or just got your head somewhere. But Nadler said, I want a paper trail. I want a paper somewhere, but pure paper with no machines. I can show you experience with which would make your head spin. But I thought voter fraud didn't exist. Let me check my time. All right, we're out of time. I hope you've enjoyed the show as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Please go directly to John Mark Talks Facebook page, like it, and share it with others. I will pray for your family. You pray for mine. But above all else, like I say each and every day, from my heart, from my family to yours, have a blessed day.